So I went to a party at YouTube Space London last week. Let's talk about that. Excuse the pajamas, by the way, I just woke up. So a little while ago I got an email from YouTube, which was basically saying you're invited to this holiday party at YouTube Space. You know, admittedly it took me a minute to process because I didn't know that that was a thing that existed. You know, let alone something that anyone should think I had any business being at. To sum it up, the email basically said, you know, hey, we're having this party for channels who are over 50,000 subscribers, it's gonna be a fun time, do you wanna come along? I didn't get a lot of footage of it, but it was genuinely one of the nicest events like I've ever been lucky enough to have been invited along to. Everyone there was super nice, there was games, food, live performances going on, which were quite interesting. The decoration was intensely festive as well. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be finding like fake snow in my clothes for about a week. Not to mention the fact that there were some people there from some quite big channels, like channels that I have sort of grown up watching practically. Actually, when we were queuing up, we were right behind somebody I recognised, and I was like freaking out internally, but Sky had no idea who they were, so she was just like, what's wrong with you? So that was quite funny. But beyond being a really awesome night, it sort of put everything I do on this channel in perspective. Like, it made it feel more, I don't know if real is the right word, but like tangible, I guess, because like everything I do for this channel and on YouTube, it exists obviously online. So whenever anything happens in my everyday life to do with it, it feels quite weird, and it makes me very, very aware of like, oh, this is actually a thing that's happening that people, you know, in some capacity are aware of, and it's weird being reminded that you exist from the perspective of someone else. I don't know, just for some reason going to that event the other day just really put all of this stuff in perspective. Like, for anybody who's followed my Tumblr for quite a while, you might remember that sometime, probably like a year ago, last year, something, I actually tried to make a channel before this one, but for some reason it gave me so much anxiety that I shut it down after like 2 hours. I was just like, nope, not about that, not gonna do this today, nope. But then, you know, this time it's been just an absolute blast, and I've enjoyed making stuff for it so much, and I really look forward to making new stuff for it every single day. But, you know, growing up I would watch channels and just look at all the stuff they were making and think, man, I want to do that someday, because I've always loved doing videos, I've always loved, you know, YouTube, because like I said, I've grown up with it. And, you know, if you told me 6 months ago when I started this channel that it would reach anywhere near the point it has, that anyone, even like 2 people, would be invested in it in any way, I would not have believed it for a second. But it's, you know, it has, it's you know, it's going way better than I ever would have anticipated, which is awesome. And it's opened up so many opportunities to me that I never would have thought I'd be able to take part in, which is amazing. Anyway, there's no real tie-off here because I'm not very good with words and I just sort of needed to ramble for a bit, but I don't know, I suppose if you need a moral, like, doing things can be scary, but if it's something that you really enjoy and something that you've really wanted to do, you know, take time if you need it, like, you know, shut it down after 2 hours if you need to, and then come back and try again later. But it's definitely worth giving it a shot, because, you know, might surprise yourself. Anyway, that's me rambling. You guys have a good day. I will hopefully see you next time. Wish you well in all of your endeavours.